What truly defines your financial success? Is it how much you know about investments, or is it something much deeper? Picture this. Two people have exactly the same income, the same opportunities, but one achieves financial freedom while the other remains trapped in debt. Why? The answer lies far from calculators and spreadsheets. It lies within you. Have you ever stopped to think about how your life experiences have shaped your relationship with money? How your financial decisions are influenced by fear, pride, or even the stories you heard around the dinner table? In this video, you'll discover what truly drives your financial choices and how to transform your mindset to achieve the freedom you deserve. I promise that by the end, you'll understand why some people master money while others keep chasing it. Ready for a journey that will change the way you see money? Let's begin. Have you ever wondered why some people accumulate fortunes, while others seem trapped in an endless cycle of financial struggles? Many believe that money is just about mathematics, numbers, and strategic calculations. But the truth is that the most important financial decisions are not made in front of spreadsheets or calculators. They happen in moments of emotion, pride, fear, and personal influences from the past. Money is not just a game of logic and statistics. It is a combination of cold financial arithmetic and the complexity of human behavior. And this is one of the greatest secrets to building wealth. If financial success were purely about intelligence or knowledge, the richest people in the world would be economists or mathematicians. But in reality, the greatest investors in history stand out not only because of what they know, but because of what they do consistently over time. Each person has a unique relationship with money because we all grow up in different environments, with parents who had varying incomes, financial values, and opportunities. From childhood, we are exposed to experiences that shape our perceptions of wealth, investments, and financial security. Someone born during a time of economic growth and asset appreciation may develop a more optimistic view of the market. Meanwhile, those who grew up during financial crises or recessions may become more cautious and skeptical about investing. These experiences form our financial mindset and directly influence our choices throughout life. No one deliberately makes a bad financial decision. Every choice makes sense within the context and reality of the person making it. This is why there is no single correct way to manage money. The secret is not just about strategy, but about how you emotionally respond to market fluctuations, the fear of losses, and the opportunities that arise along the way. When we talk about the wealthiest people in the world, many assume their success is due to extraordinary returns, advanced strategies, or sheer luck. But the truth is that the real secret to wealth is not just choosing the right investments, but staying invested for the long term. What many fail to realize is that more than 95% of the fortunes of great investors were accumulated after the age of 60. This happens because compounded growth is not a linear process, it accelerates over time. Imagine investing $1,000 at an 8% annual return. In the first year, your money grows to euros $1,080. In the second year, you earn interest not just on the initial amount, but also on the previous year's interest, increasing your balance even further. Over time, this effect multiplies exponentially. Now consider what would happen if a successful investor had spent most of their income in their youth, enjoying life, traveling, and buying luxury goods. If they had only started investing at age 30, even maintaining the same returns, their fortune today would be 99% smaller. This is the true impact of time on investments. The secret to building wealth is not about predicting the market or chasing extraordinary returns, but about staying invested for as long as possible. Many believe that financial success is a combination of talent and effort, but an important factor is often overlooked: luck. Throughout history, we see examples of people who were in the right place at the right time, able to seize opportunities that changed their lives. On the other hand, some individuals possess all the right qualities but face unexpected circumstances that prevent them from achieving the same level of success. The most common mistake people make when talking about money is confusing wealth with luxury. Being rich means having a high income and valuable possessions at the moment. Being truly wealthy means accumulating assets and building a secure future. Real wealth is not about what you see, it's about what remains hidden. Many associate luxury cars and designer lifestyles with wealth, but in reality, many of these people are living beyond their means, relying on debt and excessive spending. True millionaires are those who learn to say no to unnecessary spending and focus on building financial security. If you want to achieve financial freedom, you need to understand a simple principle. The only way to build real wealth is to not spend the money you already have. Imagine your goal is to climb a mountain to admire the breathtaking view from the summit. But halfway up, you realize that the climb is much more difficult than it seemed. You feel tired, afraid, and at times even consider giving up. Still, you know that there is no golden escalator that will take you straight to the top. The same applies to the financial markets. Many believe they can avoid risk and uncertainty while still achieving high returns. They try to predict market crashes, buy at the perfect time, and avoid volatility. But the truth is that every financial journey has its price. If you want to become a successful investor, you must accept that the market fluctuates and that fear and volatility are part of the process. The question you need to ask yourself is not whether risk exists, but rather whether the price of uncertainty is worth the financial freedom you seek in the future. Building wealth is not just about making money. It's about understanding how to keep it and make it grow over time. The world's greatest investors don't get it right all the time. Their secret is simple. They stay in the game long enough and allow compounded growth to work in their favor. So the next time you think about wealth, remember, wealth is not luxury. It is freedom. And true financial freedom begins when you realize that well-invested money is worth far more than money spent. Each of us carries a unique financial history. We come from different generations, with parents who had varying incomes, distinct beliefs, and individual economic experiences. This means our financial perceptions are shaped by influences we may not even realize. Take, for example, the impact of the stock market and inflation on people's financial mindsets over the decades. Those born in the 1970s witnessed the stock market grow exponentially during their youth, fostering an optimistic approach to investing. In contrast, those born in the 1950s experienced an unstable market, leading to distrust and greater risk aversion. People who grew up in the 1960s faced runaway inflation, making them more cautious and wary of losing purchasing power. Meanwhile, those born in the 1990s lived through a period of relatively stable inflation, reducing their concern about this factor and shaping different financial habits. These experiences influence how each generation approaches investments and personal finance. What may seem like an irrational financial choice to one person might be a perfectly logical decision to another, depending on their personal background. The way we make financial decisions is directly shaped by the experiences we accumulate and the mental models we develop over time. From the lessons we learn from our parents to the challenges we face in everyday life, each person acts based on what they believe is right at that moment. As Hardgrove says, people make unexpected choices when it comes to money, but no one is irrational from their own perspective. There is no single correct path to financial prosperity. Each of us builds our relationship with money based on the experiences we have lived, the challenges we have faced, and the opportunities we have seized. This is precisely why understanding how we make financial decisions can be even more important than simply learning about numbers and strategies. In the next few minutes, we will uncover the patterns behind human behavior towards money and how you can use this knowledge to transform your financial future. Are you ready? Let's dive in. The secret of the greatest investors is not where you might think. The hidden key to wealth: why time in the market matters more than timing. When we talk about the wealthiest people in the world, many assume their success is due to extraordinary returns, advanced strategies, or sheer luck. It's easy to believe that they have some secret formula, a hidden method that only the elite know. But the reality is far simpler and yet so often overlooked. The real secret to wealth is not just choosing the right investments, but staying invested for the long term. Yes, picking a great stock, a promising business, or the right asset class matters. But what truly separates those who accumulate vast fortunes from those who struggle to build wealth is time and patience. A prime example of this is one of the most renowned investors in history, Michael Langford. If you've ever studied the stories of self-made billionaires, you'll notice a recurring theme: longevity in the market. Langford wasn't just an expert at spotting great opportunities, he had something even more powerful: the ability to endure, the power of time and continuous growth. Let's talk about one of the most underrated forces in the financial world: compound interest. Albert Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and for a good reason. When you allow small annual returns to accumulate over decades, the results can be staggering. Imagine you invest $10,000 in an asset that grows at an average of 8% per year. In 1 year, you've made $800. Doesn't seem like much, right? But after 10 years, that original $10,000 would have grown to over $21,500. After 20 years, it's worth more than $46,600. And after 30 years, it surpasses $100,000 without adding a single extra dollar. Now imagine if instead of just $10,000, you were investing regularly over time. The effect multiplies exponentially. This is how wealth is truly built. This explains why many of the world's richest individuals do not necessarily achieve. Many believe that accumulating wealth is simply about making the right investments or selecting the best assets. But the truth is that the greatest advantage of successful investors is not just in the decisions they make, but in how long they stay in the game. A prime example of this is one of the most renowned investors in history, Nathan Holloway. What truly made him extraordinary was not just his ability to spot great opportunities, but his remarkable resilience in the financial markets. He began investing at a young age and stuck to his strategy for over 7 decades. The real secret behind his fortune was not about spectacular returns, but rather the magic of compound interest and the patience to let time do its work. If he had invested for only 30 years and then stopped, he would never have accumulated his vast fortune. The power of time and continuous growth. Compound interest is one of the most underrated forces in the financial world. Small annual returns, when accumulated over decades, can transform into vast fortunes. This explains why many of the world's richest individuals do not necessarily achieve the highest returns every year, but instead maintain steady and consistent growth over time. Author Frederick Langley illustrates this concept perfectly by emphasizing that the success of investors like Holloway is not just about the brilliance of their choices, but about their patience and persistence. This reinforces a crucial lesson. Time in the market is far more valuable than trying to predict the perfect moment to enter or exit. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video. Do you know why? Every like, subscription, and share helps us bring high-quality content to you. Let's embark on this incredible journey of knowledge together. Here, you learn something new with every video.